Hello and welcome. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terraformers, the Red Planet Awaits. Which is to say, last time we had completed Per Aspera at Adra, or Per Aspera at Astra, Spera at Astra. I'm not very good at speaking Latin. I'm pretty sure that's Latin. On the second lowest difficulty you could do it on. Now we're going to move into the Planet Knowledge. We haven't done Planet Knowledge yet. We're going to do it on its second lowest difficulty as well. So we're going to have to explore 60 signs and 60 locations. So let's hop into it. Science, 60 locations. So this may be a easy one to do, or it may be hard. We'll find out. Never really counted how many locations we explored. It's quite possible we explored 60 in some of the previous ones. 600 science actually sounds a little hard. Let's be fair. So we're presented with a couple different options. We have balanced, which is the standard. It starts you with just enough food that you toss the proverbial farm down. The farm will generate one food. Then that means you can place the habitation module a second turn. That's an option. Might not be the option we're going with. We have Celestial here, which is encouraging us to do exploration really early on. It's got this observation, or it's got this observatory, so if we get some science, we can get that working. It's got the hab module here. It actually gives us the stuff we need to ship to the hab module, so if we get the stuff shipped up there quickly enough, we could in theory get the hab module and exploration going pretty early. And then we got Utopia, which has us have with the Martia, which is radiation resistant, and the Domed Park. I'm thinking going the Celestial one here. We'll take that one. As a side effect, we're going to have to pick which planet we're doing the exploration for first. So we get an option for double likelihood for the asteroids showing up, titanium water, extra silicates per turn, or nitrates. Okay, I think the asteroids might be the tempting one here. I'll take that one. So into Mars. We think we have a titanium nearby. We think we have... Well, pretty sure when we have a large deposit, we always have it. So there's a titanium deposit nearby. There's a nitrate deposit nearby. We don't know if you got any higher lows next to us. And we are interested in potentially grabbing a high. So we can put the observatory down on it. For our starting leader, we can either go construction right away. We've used this guy before. He is pretty good. I'm not sure if we really want him as the first one. Maybe the drawback with pulling him early. He'd probably be a better second one. Constructing bacteria spreaders cost less science. Reduce the spread duration of life forms to 15%. Import life forms we could propose to. Yeah, I think we're gonna lean towards Mr. George. Yeah, George. I'm gonna use the American pronunciation. No, the J is technically silent. Jorge. Anyway, Jorge Dromod here. Because I think we're probably gonna mostly use explore early on. Earthworks wouldn't maybe be the worst for clearing some of the rocks, and we probably want to click modular apartments once. And then rural constructions here for constructing regional buildings. Oh, interesting. So we've got a power one, and we got the titanium. Didn't recognize that it was going to give us a double half. So we've got 2 development levels we can dump pretty quickly into that location. Okay. Let's explore the titanium one right away. So not a high. That has revealed a large source of water, so we may want to try to sneak down to the large source of water. Early on, let's get some trade going. Oh, we can't get some trade going because we don't have any trade routes. So we've got double space products, so we're going to be in a little bit of a tight bind right at the beginning. Oh, and we happen to start with the food. This one. Well, we can work with this one. This is not going to be a problem. Just maybe not ideal. Drop you there. Drop you there. That gives us an expansion, and we can go ahead and quickly grab that titanium mine and use an expansion. Then we're going to cycle the turn. We do know where we're going to get nitrates. However, we also know we need science. Like that's the goal here, is to get science. So we're going to do the science one. Again, our objective is to spend 600 science and explore 60 locations. We've done one. And I suppose if we're going purely by the explore actions, that means we need to explore every turn. So we're going to probably have to find another way to do explorations rather than just explore with the leader. We'll find the nitrates. Another source of titanium out there, okay. Cab module, tuber farm, laboratory. I'm thinking leaning... Oh, well, we will need food. So let's grab that tuber farm as much as I kind of want to lean towards farming. Or lean towards science. Because we're going to need it early on. We don't know where our source of tritium is yet, so we're going to grab... Needs to make decent food. Found some food there. Yeah. Cycling turns. We're gonna move quickly. Okay, there's our trade route. Bus station. Provide some tritium, that would be good. Okay, well let's start shipping the power out to build that expansion. Space expansion. Will give us some titanium. So we're gonna be rocking titanium and rocking early water. All the obvious first expands we expand or explored. We don't see any tritium right away. So I could trade for it to get the bus station going earlier. Let's get the lab down. And actually thinking about it, yeah, let's trade for it so we can get that bus station going. Which means I need to trade something else away. We'll trade a little bit of science away for the moment. Then we get the bus station, get some expansions going, and we can get the nitrates going and work on something else maybe at that point. Well, we don't have any rocks in the city, so that's a bad choice. Could grab the farm. Could grab the home. Let's grab the farm. Yeah, let's get some on-planet water. And we have what we need for the bus station, so we'll toss that down. And we have what we need for farms, so we'll toss that down. Got some expansions. I got the titanium and got the power, so let's get our expands built. And we are going to want more tritium later, but for the moment we don't need it. Instead, let's get back to building that thing. There's our exploration satellite. That's a use for science. If we've got nothing else, we'll do that. Yeah, I think we're over the use for science one. Grab some RoboHub. Give us the ability to get more locations down. So everything's going to cost 2. There are a couple places that cost 3. We'll probably explore one of the 3s with the satellite. Oops. Okay, that's low. Kind of the opposite of what we're looking for. We're looking for high, ideally. There's a place where we could colonize. Decent farm location. Small natural site. That's interesting. Let's get another farming building down while we're thinking about it. Okay, space exploration mission, so we can add a new location. Heat for support, probably not what we want. Atmosphere, not the end of the world, not really what we're looking for. Power, would oceans, lower temperature requirement for the ocean, for the marine life. Probably the atmosphere here is probably the one we want the most. We'll take the Jupiter one then. Not exactly what we want, but we can pick it up anyway. We have a source of nitrate, so we'll take the Jupiter farm. We'll actually be able to set that up more reliably then. I could RoboHub, get a landing pad out, I suppose. Another crater location that we can expand to. Okay, let's RoboHub and we'll think about getting these out. One thing I did not necessarily realize in the past is there's a way to relocate some of the buildings you can place. We now have another trade route, so we can accelerate our construction. Well, again, focus on trying to get the extra Martian exploration done first. Lab or robots? I think the answer is probably the... Actually, no, I think we're thinking robots. I was about to go for the lab, like, we've got our need for the silk gates already. So do I want to rush to using them? I'm gonna take a gamble that this is a high place. Oh, got some more silicates. That is a high place, so I could sacrifice that crater for a good place to put the observatory. We don't have to make that decision this turn, we need to make that next turn, I suppose. And then we probably want to grab the mine and maybe put something there. Oh, so we'll probably put the Roboport down sooner rather than later. Or a little bit more expand. Technologies A, so we get urban planning and self-learning AI. That's real tempting. We're gonna go this one. Self-learning AI so we can get more science production. And urban planning so we can get more expansions. +1 power for every 3 mines owned by the city. That will work because we got 3 mines, so that will immediately be some power production, which is something we've been a little desperate for. Both of these craters. This crater is less interesting than this one. Oh, not that one. than this one. This one's at least got some fertile soil and natural rock formation. I think next turn we'll take the modular apartments. So we've got them for deployment. Well, we got a good place to place them. Ooh, 8 power, 8 titanium. That's going to be getting us real tight on the power, I think. I think it'll be worth it. We do have some power production, so it's not world-ending right now. Yeah, okay. Food provides +3 support. That wouldn't necessarily be very bad. Or we can take the laboratory. I think we'll take the food right now. Or the happiness one, because at least we can play it and get the happiness bonus. Get us going positive. We'll take those modular apartments. And we don't currently have power to support. Actually, no, we have the power to support that exactly, because it's it'll take the end of the turn. Okay. So Jorge Dramato is out. We either get space electrocution or large-scale infrastructure coming in. And I think this is what we want. Yeah. We'll go large-scale infrastructure guy here. Ooh, soil factory. Enable you. We are going to go Ceres. The extra asteroids. Okay, and we need to make some power faster than we're making it right now. So let's go. We're making a decent amount of titanium, so I'm actually going to ship titanium and turn that into power. So that'll give us 3 power a turn. The water here is 4 to build. I do really want to get that going as well, but we'll see. So many things that need to be dealt with. So that's probably where we want to expand to next. To expand there, I need to explore the 2 neighboring sites. Get a school, development center, or hab module. School will help with making science. Comes off of silicates, we've got a source of silicate. Well, we've got a way to get more silicates pretty easily, so I think we'll go to the school here. Road paver. Probably. We can probably make use of that. Don't got a good place to use it now, but we can probably make use of it. Got a bunch of food. That looks good. Let's go ahead and I'm going to grab this settlement site. That'll give us access to getting to the water down there. And it wouldn't be too hard to run over to the Crystal Cave either from this location. And if I wanted expansions, we could toss the road paver down right now. We'll hold off a little bit because the we don't know if we want expansions off of that city. We just know we wanted that city. That was a good place to put a city. Okay, let's cycle a turn then. Extra Martian exploration mission. Maybe. No, I think we're going to do the exhaust processor. We don't really have the resources to get that down, which is a different problem. So I'm going to have to trash something. Or play something, I suppose. So I might just take the plunge and play the road paver. To get the card slot back. Well, I suppose that's an option. So let's, we're gonna pay the 2 power. This is kind of the problem with having a shortage of power at the moment. Explore that location. That gets us some support. Ah, that's a good source. That's a tritium mine. And not a great city, but it's an immediately usable city. Might grab that for the tritium mine. However, in the short run, that now gives us it gives us what we need to get the school down. Gives us another science production, meaning we can get self-learning AI down in 2 turns. Actually, arguably, we'll delay you coming in a little bit. We'll get it down next turn. Methogen for heat or atmosphere. Probably the heat, because it's a little bit easier to play in places. IO silicates. We've seen that before. Nitrates. Oh, and that's +1 support per cellular body development across anywhere. Interesting. So silicates, silicates, water, titanium. We got a pretty heavy titanium input, so that's tempting to grab you just because then we can export the titanium to move forward. Tempted to go with the one that uses our science. Though, I suppose that one's probably pretty good for science as well. So we'll go back into Mars. We're going to play the self-learning AI. Doesn't do anything for us immediately, but for the next, as we get more science, it'll provide even more science, and hopefully that will be a way to get out of the bowl running on the science. So it looks like from an Explorer standpoint, we gotta burn at least 2 power. Do I want to burn 2 power? If I don't burn 2 power, I have to dump one of my cards. So let's burn 2 power. Get some nitrates. Found a lava tube. Okay, so that's giving us some interesting choices in the future. But with that, we got the nitrates to put this down, get our Q-food building. We don't have the power to make that work. I'm thinking I could do one of the expansion, one of the open slot, move the landing pad, and then put the spaceport down in such a way that it gets double shipping, which is not a bad long-term plan. It just isn't the plan that works right now. Okay, let's cycle a turn. Landing pad. I'm tempted to just grab the landing pad right now, because what we've got lots of resources coming in, but not the right ones. Yeah. I think it's a little bit more power. Yeah, let's use you to explore the science. So that is a large meteorite site, so we can use silica to turn that into science. That's real tempting for what we need to do. Okay. Yeah, we got support instead of using it. No, we're not equipped to handle that. We don't have the power to support that. Fine. Plus, we don't need the titanium, so we'll let it pass. Self-improving AI, no. Universal factory, tempting, but no. We go archaeology. If we end up with a bunch of power, or a bunch of food, that'll be a good choice. Cultured meat's not too bad. I'm gonna do a lot of explorations. The rover exploration's probably pretty good, so we'll pick that up. And then let's grab that aquifer and get it set up. Do I want nitrates? Do I want science? Or do I want to move towards tritium? Let's move towards the tritium. So what we can do here is we can set this guy up. Give him some expansion locations. So we can get the tritium coming in, so we can actually work on this space colony hab. In the meantime, I need to get the applied science down somewhere. Sure, let's plop it over here. Or no, let's not do that. The thought process of doing that would be that gets it out of our hand. So we're under the hand limit. But I really want to pass urban planning first. This, well, we're gonna pick Terry Spreader. I'll get into the hand limit. Yeah. Okay. Cycle the turn. Expectations are rising, which is expected to happen eventually. Take the lab. Well, explore. Ah, power. That's just what I needed to be getting stuff running a little faster. I'm gonna dumpster the lab here. That way we can play urban planting or urban planning. Pop into the city. Trying to decide where I want to place the city center. Let's place the city center there. Now we can immediately reach out, grab the tritium. Actually gave us... Oh, we're gonna water export as well, so export the water. Taking the power. Oh, actually, I know what I'm doing. We're gonna do what I proposed earlier. We're gonna move the landing pad. And of course, where that's relocating, that means we lost that route. That's fine. Eco homes, that's Interesting choice. We'll go ahead and pick it up. Is there a tritium spot I can explore? No. I just realized I don't have the 14 tritium that I wanted for something. We can get that next turn, I suppose. Yeah. Back off on power a little bit. No, that's gonna get me 13. That's probably close enough, at least for the moment. So we'll do that, contemplate how that works. In the meantime, am I going to explore? I think the answer is no. If I'm not going to explore, we can actually go ahead and just dump. That's not necessarily an optimal placement for that, but we can go ahead and dump that there. That actually gives us some more export routes, I suppose. Oh, which then means I've got the imports to make that work. So that'll be 14, so that'll allow us to get the spaceport down. We might just end up using that to overwrite the distribution center. Yeah. Which means we're only... it was a free building, so it's just not really losing much, I suppose. Then I have one import. We'll probably take the import as power, because we are pretty desperate for power. Don't really need another observatory. I'll take the farm. And yeah, we'll just overwrite. Okay. It's interaction with the distribution center giving us more trade routes, I think, there. That's actually maybe an argument to put a distribution center down here. Rover Museum or dismantle it. We do want science. We'll take the Rover Museum. Let's put it in the awkward position if we're not really... Well, actually, no, I can place the food. That's not a problem. Up in here, just toss a farm somewhere we got a good potential adjacency. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna tear up this landing pad. It'll make sense when what comes after, I suppose. I'm gonna toss a distribute. Oh, if we use the skill turn, actually, let's hold on the landing pad for the turn then, because I'm gonna want it for the turn cycle. Yeah, okay. So we got an export for you. We got an export for you. We got an export for you. All that are free. Neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. Yep. Let's start on the space colony hob. It's gonna take 5 turns of that rate to build. We do need science, but I also need power, and I'm not really making enough power. Whereas, while I'm very interested in using the science to move on to goal, I probably need the power more. So let's export stuff, focus on generating power. Yeah, that'll go 6 power next turn. Won't quite be enough to get the exhaust processor down, but at least gives us some space, breathing room for exploration and such. Marsquake. Total voltaic field is actually not a bad idea. Exploration's not bad either, but we'll take the total voltaic field. Haven't come across any other high places yet, have I? No. Marsquake hit this location, damaged the HQ, just food to fix. Sure, that's fine. That's good. Grab the water mine. We are going to go ahead and delete you and swap you for a distribution center. The distribution center is going to give us a bonus for exporting water, and gives us more expansion, so we need more to grab more territory directly in this place. Anyway, I got a decent amount of science. We should go ahead and toss the applied science location down one of the cities. Got plenty of space over here, so we'll go over here. Anyway, that gave us more export capacity, mostly in water, so we can, in function, just go ahead and ship Okay, I'm confusing myself. Let's reset everything. Okay, so we want to export the water and the silicates. And ship those, to our project. So we got 2 more exports, 2 more possible exports. And we got 6 possible imports here. We are pretty power hungry, so let's probably take them as power. New leader, urban planning. Get 2 habitation module products in 1 skyscraper project. Plus 1 support per turn for every 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th new building you construct in each city. Interesting. Maybe not what we're going for. Current and future celestial resource orders are reduced. Trades at the end of this turn have 5 times the impact on the thing. Urban mining, construct a city mine for free. Prospecting tour. I think we're going to interplanetary logistics guy here. 2 extra projects proposed. Lab or expansion hub. I think we're going to go... to the research center. And we're going to start by exploring with him. Okay, there we go. We got lucky, got another high plateau. That's where we'll put the solar panel. And then we'll do a prospecting tour there. Okay, that's another crater. Not really interested in that crater. That's a pretty meh crater. That might be a place where we put the rover. When we have the titanium and the power for it? Yeah. So we're making a lot more power, which is good to see. And what colony sites do we have? We've got this this crater. It's got no mines. Because we're thinking potentially about if we can get some urban mines going. No urban mines there. None there. Okay. Trade district, food district, or infrastructure district. I'm tempted to go infrastructure. But at the same time, trade may help get us what we need out of what we have. Yeah, so let's go trade. Of course, we're kind of in that chicken and the egg problem. We've got too many projects, so we need to figure out how to use some of them. Quickly. We're not equipped to use any of these right now. We'll just take the science. Got 9 power. Which isn't quite enough. If I explore... Well, no, we don't have the tritium. That's the problem. Is there any tritium explorations we can do? No. So we can't put the rover down right away. I could explore, grab it, put the lift, a landing pad there. Potentially so that in the future we can replace the landing pad with a spaceport. Though that might actually not make very much sense because we're running into the problem then, and if we've got more water shipping capacity than we've got water production. That would help with shipping some of the titanium, maybe? Let's explore that location. Found some extra food. Not quite enough to put a colony down. Ah, and that's a place where we probably want to put a colony, so we can get a nitrate, free nitrate mine if we colonize there. If that's the case, we probably don't... Oh, no, this is a lava tube, which is nice from a comfort standpoint. Whereas the flat plains is a bit bad from a comfort standpoint. But yeah, we probably don't need to quite so close together. Oh, I say that, we could probably still work the two of them so close together. Do a nitrates mine and then a research station or something. Okay, well, we're gonna have to trash something, I think. So we're gonna trash you. And yeah, we're gonna make this a landing pad for the moment, at least. So you're getting a becoming a landing pad. I think this is another trade. Maybe a little bit less desperate on power for the moment. Back off of power, bring in the tritium. Let's back off the power also when we bring in the titanium. So that means... No, I need one more than that as well. I can have twice. That means I can put the rover down. Granted... Oh, I can probably override this one, that would be fine. So, granted, I don't have a great place to put it down, but we can put it down here. Make that the rover. So we can get the rover going. Yeah. We got the second bacteria. Venus, heat, Europa, water, or ocean, tritium. Yeah, I'm very interested in that potential tritium. Technologies A, reverse engineering. Selling a project provides support. Or B, placing city buildings, regional buildings, or megastructures that cost at least 40 resources, gain 10 resources back. That's a little hard to make use of, but we could probably get use of it. Every unit of tritium you export, your spaceport counts as 1 extra. Cool. New Horizon, that's Mercury explored. Lecture workshop, we're going to need trash. Yeah, we're just trash that for the science. Place the research center somewhere, I think. So that, try to save it for the lightweight alloys, I think. Because yeah, I don't got anything anytime soon that's going to cost 40 or plus. So as much as we're going to probably dump that for the science usage, don't need it right now. Oops. Put you down. +1 silicates for every 3 mines owned by the location. You own 5. Bit shame that you're 1 short. Though maybe if we get another expansion for you, you can grab another one. So next turn I should have the food to set up a colony. So we can use the free mine on that colony. Though I need the neighboring sites for it to explore. I don't have the power for that. Send the rover over and do 1 of them at least. And then we need to rebalance the trade. Do I need tritium that badly? No. Let's back off on the tritium. May still want to do that titanium. Bring the titanium in. No, we're not. Again, we're not desperate for that, I suppose. Could bring in the nitrates, and we can set the soil factory up, right? So instead of exporting it, import 5. Okay, I think that'll work. And yeah, we're kind of forced to use all the power, so we're gonna take it to the support bonus this turn. More choices, so we can be pickier, but at the same time we... Actually, the one that's probably the most sensible is the lab. Or the robots. Let's go to the robots. We're going to enable you... Do you want to place this on Ceres for water? Mercury for tritium. Mercury for tritium, definitely. And then we can go ahead and colonize this location. Oh, I need a better rock for that. It's fine. That's more nitrates. We're going to expand here, which we can expand to get the large meteorite. Or to do something else with. Crank food production up. What's the meteorite? Meteorite's actually 7 silica to do what we want on. Which is definitely a possibility for what we can do. Less desperate for the nitrates, so we can go back to exporting instead of importing. You know, let's actually get the large-scale project done. Do I... Well, let's make sure we actually get enough silicates in that we can do that mine. Yeah. Then we got 6 more imports. I could just crank the science over 2 turns and get the lightweight hull structures going. Yeah. Mercurial Solar Surfing Station. That's a lot of science, a lot of tritium. Tempting, because we do have science production. We have a decent amount of tritium production. Or, yeah, I think it's worth it. I was going to take up a slot for a while. +1 power. Yeah, we probably need more power. We don't have a good place to place that with yet, but we'll think about it. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Place the robots down. Then I just need another 4 titanium, or another 6 titanium to get the windmills. Okay, so let's back you off. Don't need those silica. You want to import titanium again. Wouldn't be that hard. Alright, we can just back you off. Get 2 titanium, and that gives us 6. So that would mean next turn we can toss the windmills down. Yeah. For more power. We're getting less and less desperate as we're getting more power, 4 power. Some nitrates over there, some more nitrates behind them. Yeah, let's place the robot. Well, we'll place the robots next turn. Okay. Clone seeding, miner's cottage, development center. I think we'll grab the development center. Need something to spend the science on. Play you. We've got stuff to do the robots, so we'll drop the robots. Grab the hex. Toss the windmills, get the power. Sandstones. Yeah, not too interested in sandstones. If we still stick to the schedule of getting about 10 science a turn, we can get this down in 2. Could use a little bit more food. But we probably also want that power. Okay, no, let's keep the current construction schedule. More food that we can change water for. We're not actually making any water now, so I should be a little bit careful about that. +1 comfort for every 2 robots in the city. I think that might help a little bit with the comfort situation. Sure, we'll go the automated workforce there. You've got 1 space. You'd have 4 robots, so you'd get 2 comfort. That would provide for 2 population, 2 comfort each. That'd be 4 more support. Over here we have no robots. So I wouldn't do anything over there. Over here we do get 1 comfort because we have 1 set of pairs. So yeah, for the moment, that's going to have the biggest effect in the starting city. Okay. Extra Martian exploration mission. Orbital telescope on Phobos. Thinking extra Martian exploration mission here. And we should start trying to actually build that. I'll get those progressing. I think we were going to want to get the modular apartments down soon. Yeah. You know, I think the tritium will be a good import, so we'll import the tritium. So we get the spaceports down. Where's the cheapest place to send the rover? 3 turns there? I think it'll be 4 everywhere else, so it might actually be worth moving the rover to a new location. Let's do a prospecting tour. 3 heat, 3 atmosphere. That is the CO2 glacier. So we can nuke it, which I don't think is a good idea. Often there's one of the exploration locations on the map is a way to melt it without having to nuke it. Drop the development center. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do for the turn. Still research. Oh, it's telling I can research a project. In fact, by dropping that, we just got another research. That's what happened. Okay. Ocean Factory, Skyscraper, another development center, or take one of the space projects. The answer I'm going to go with is I'm going to take the space project. Engineering school. I think the bacteria spreader is the most tempting to me, because we can get our bacteria spreader back. We do now have a place where this would actually provide power and atmosphere. We've got the titanium, so we'll grab that. That makes some sense. Water deposit, not too desperate for water. Let's make the reasonably cheap exploration there. Working to get the tritium to do some spaceports. Not really sure where I'll put the spaceports. I know I want to put them down for the actual more trade. And then we'll probably put the bacteria spreader down. Water savings, nitrate savings, titanium savings. We're going to go titanium. We use titanium for a lot of things. Expands the city to all explored locations adjacent to the building. Tempting. Also only costs power, so we've got the expansion, then we can use that to get a bunch of space. Quantum data center. Yeah, we'll probably do those two. Canyon view with a viewpoint tower. Okay. So next turn we'll have the tritium to place a spaceport down. We'll also have the science to place a bacteria spreader down. Yeah, so it looks like that's probably what next turn is going to be. I want to spend power to prospecting tour. I think the answer is yes. Okay, we found another lava tube. So pretty protected from the radiation. Take a little while to get the neighboring locations explored. Looking at the time, looking at the turns, I think this is a good place to put a part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow where we try to finish up this run on the Planet of Knowledge. We're making pretty good progress on locations. I think to get the highest reward tier, you need to finish within 65 turns. So we're more than halfway on locations. We're a little bit behind on science spent, so we're going a little bit slow there. We're also losing support, so we may need to be a little bit faster in the support game. But we do have a building coming up that's 30 support per turn, so if we can get this done a little bit faster, we might be able to get a move on. So yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break between parts, sip a little bit of tea, and take my jacket off. I'm a little warm at the moment. And then we'll get right back to playing. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. And bye for now.